In the history of this world, only two civilizations came into existence on the solitary foundation that God's calling and purpose was the reason. The first was Israel, the second was America. But as ancient Israel turned away from her God and his ways, so too has America. The city on the hill, founded for the purpose and glory of God, drove God out of its government, out of its culture, out of its public squares. It celebrated ungodliness and called evil good and good evil. It lifted up the most innocent and helpless of its inhabitants and slaughtered them on the altars of self-obsession. The last time we gathered here on this hill was the day after the Supreme Court heard the case to decide the future of marriage in this nation. 2 months after we gathered here, America's highest court struck down the order of God, and the day on which it did was the 9th of Tammuz, the ancient day of mourning that commemorates the day that Israel's hedge of protection was removed in the approach of judgment. And so it must be asked, this day, Supreme Court justices, where did you get the authority to overrule the rulings of the Most High? And by what authority did you strike down the laws of the Almighty? You are neither the highest court nor the final authority. There is a supreme judge with a supreme justice that does not sleep forever. And Mr. President, when you assumed the office of your presidency, did you not lay your hand on the word of God and swear before him, so help me God? And yet on the day that the Supreme Court struck down the order of God, you issued the order that the White House be illumined by the colors of the rainbow to celebrate that striking down. Mr. President, by what authority did you take the sacred colors of God's covenant, the colors of his throne, and the sign of his mercy in the face of judgment and turn them against the purposes of God and the word of God on which you swore your oath?